Welcome to Transport Vlog. My name is Paul and behind me is the construction site for the new Burwood North Station as part of the Sydney Metro West project. So what I'm going to do is show you what is currently here, what has already been demolished, and then I'm going to show you where the two station entrances on Parramatta Road are going to be. Burwood North will be right in the middle of the Sydney Metro West line, and it will also have a crossover junction. It will be on the Parramatta Road, so we'll have a good interchange with bus services. It's about a 10-minute walk to the Westfield shopping centre and about a 15-minute walk to the existing Burwood train station. The main construction site is on the north side of the Parramatta Road, and this is where the station box will be. There will also be a smaller construction site on the south side of the Parramatta Road. I'll cover the north construction site first, and I'm going to start just here on Loftus Street and work my way around in a clockwise direction. This is Loftus Street, and all these houses are outside of the construction site, which starts here. So this Midas car servicing centre will be the first building to be demolished. The building next to Midas used to be a car sales showroom. The next building was occupied by Fine Living, and then next to this is the Crown Car Wash. So that's already 3 car related businesses that are going to make way for the new metro station. All this footage so far was filmed on the 23rd of January 2022. By the 12th of March, the car wash buildings had been demolished. Next to go is the Pine Inn Hotel and some hostel accommodation next to it. If you have fond or not so fond memories of the Pine Inn Hotel, do let me know in the comments below. Their closed message is not particularly friendly. This bus stop outside the old Pine Inn Hotel will soon be temporarily relocated. Next is a road called Nearks Lane. This road was closed in late 2021. The station entrance is likely to be around here. Here is the likely location of the station entrance, along with Nearks Lane on the map. Here is an artist impression of how the Burwood North Station entrance will look. It seems like there might be an overstation development behind it. Back to what is here currently. To the left of the Pines Hotel and Nearks Lane is the building that was occupied by the Urban Flower Shop. Their closed message is much more friendly. 48 years is a long time. So except for the Crown Car Wash, all the buildings on the north side of the Parramatta Road are still there. Now on Burwood Road, and next to the Urban Flower Shop is the building for a fitness training company, and then next to that was an architect's office. They successfully found a new home. The last commercial building is blue, and with the help of Google Street View I found out that this used to be a pack and send service. These commercial buildings on Burwood Road were still there on the 12th of March, but with these blue protective things which I reckon shield pedestrians below and allow demolition workers to access the upper floor. These two properties are 11 and 13 Burwood Road, and they have a lot of character. It will be a shame to see them go. By the 12th of March the trees had gone, but the properties were still there, but probably not for much longer. This is the other entrance to Nearks Lane, and here is a view of this road. It goes round to the right and behind numbers 11 and 13 Burwood Road. By the 12th of March, Nearks Lane looked like this when peeking through the fencing. Here is another view of this road and the number 13 Burwood Road building to the right of it. Now back to the 23rd of January, and to the right of Nearks Lane was a shed that belonged to this house, which was 26 Burton Street. So this house was on the corner of Burwood Road and Burton Street. By the 12th of March all that is left is some foundations which you can see here. Here is another view of this corner looking from Burton Street. Next to this house was an apartment building that occupied 20 Burton Street. It's a little hard to see through the trees. It was built in 2004, so it's less than 20 years old, which means that it was the newest of all the buildings being demolished. It contained 12 units which were spread over 2 stories. Next to this apartment building was the vehicle entrance to the Pine Inn Hotel, which also contained a few parking spaces, probably for the staff. Now making use of Google Street View again, Behind the trees is the old Pine Inn Hotel car park, and this house to the left is outside of the construction site, so it is here to stay along with the other houses to the east of it. By the 12th of March, the apartment building at 20 Burton Street had been demolished, as you can see here. And the vehicle entrance to the Pine Inn Hotel has now become a Sydney Metro construction site entrance. Coming into view now on the right are the distinctive buildings of 11 and 13 Burwood Road that I covered earlier. So all the residential buildings between Neox Lane and Burton Street have now gone. And when all the other buildings have been demolished, which I reckon will happen in the next 3 months, the next stage will be to construct the station box. You can see the proposed alignment of the metro tunnels on this map, so I reckon the station box will be around here. The station box will be about 30 metres deep, which is the equivalent of an upside down 10-storey building. The total area of the north construction site is 12,900 square metres. Just west of the station box will be a crossover cavern similar to the one at Castle Hill Station. This will allow trains in either direction to terminate and reverse at Burwood North when required. The south site is bounded by Parramatta Road, Burwood Road and Esher Lane. Let's now take a look at what will be demolished to make way for the south construction site. I'm going to start just here on the Parramatta Road. So enlisting the help of Google Street View again for this, and the start of the construction site is literally between these two buildings. So the motorcycle shop on the left will be outside of the construction site, so we'll be staying. However, this car servicing centre will be the first building to go to make way for the construction of the station entrance on this side of the Parramatta Road. So just here is where the construction site will start. Like the other commercial buildings, this car servicing centre had already closed when I filmed this on the 23rd of January. The next building was an office for the Australian Thai Massage College. They moved out a while ago. The yellow building next to it has been unoccupied for some time. Here are these two buildings as they looked on the 23rd of January. At this time, these buildings still had their awnings. Two weeks later, on the 6th of February, the awnings for all three of these buildings had been removed. I noticed at the Westmead Metro Station site that awnings were the first things to go, so this seems to be how the demolition process starts. The bus stop on this side of the Parramatta Road will also be temporarily relocated. So now up to about here on the map, and this is where I reckon the station entrance on this side will be. This construction site will be used to excavate an area that will be around 14 metres deep, and then to create an underground pedestrian link that will go under the Parramatta Road to connect with the north entrance and then to the platforms. Next is the parking area that used to be used by B&T Collision Repairs. Their building is to the right. So that's two more businesses related to cars, making it 5 in total. On the 23rd of January, their old building looked like this. Next to the Collision Repair Centre is the building that was used by the Royal Star Wine Centre. Here is the entrance to Royal Star Wine as it looked on the 23rd of January. 2 weeks later, the awnings on both of these buildings had also gone. By the 12th of March, these buildings had these blue things that I mentioned earlier. If you know the proper name for these and their exact purpose, please do share this in the comments below. The wine centre continued into Burwood Road and to the junction with Esher Lane. Here is a closer view of this side as it looked on the 23rd of January. Between the back of the wine centre and this modern apartment building is Esher Lane. This is where the station construction site finishes, so perhaps not surprisingly, this new modern apartment building is staying. By the 12th of March, the old wine centre building also had these blue things around the side, and they blend in quite nicely. So now on Esher Lane, and these buildings are the rear vehicle entrances to the same buildings that you saw on the Parramatta Road. These are all currently being prepared for demolition. This building is the last one to be demolished and also marks where the construction site ends. So we are now here on the map, and this completes my tour of what will shortly be going to allow the south entrance to Burwood North Station to be built. So now you know a little bit more about the Burwood North Station, where the entrances are going to be, and also what is currently there at the moment. So if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, give it a thumbs up, do leave a comment or question below. I'll do my best to answer any questions you have. Do subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and also check out my perks on Patreon. There's a link in the description below. So I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.